Hi everybody, and I hope you're all doing well today. So I have a card here for you today using the Greeting Farm stamp. It's called Sunny. It's one of those big sets with the big girls and boys on it. I've had it in my stash. So I have to make a card for, that's what I was showing you the color swatch for a card swap that I have with my Card Conga group. And we have to follow the swatch. It's just like the My Favorite Things color challenge, except it's not from it is from the My Favorite Things, except we're using it in our group. Okay, so I have to follow that swatch. I did a card already and published it, put it on YouTube already a couple cards ago with the little cowgirl with the balloons. So it has to be black, then 2 shades of pink, lemonade, and bubblegum, and then white. So you have to do those 3 shades. So I actually had all those colors except for black in the My Favorite Things cardstock, and I actually used bubblegum ink. So I used bubblegum ink, lemonade, cardstock. I basically hit all the nails on the head for the card. But I had a little trouble designing the card. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to lay her out on the card. But in the meantime, I'm doing a little Copic coloring here. Still learning, still a process. I didn't do a very good job with this hat, but I left it in anyway because you know what? If it's always perfect, it's baloney. You know, I mean, we all make mistakes, and a lot of times we cut them out. But I left it in because you're going to see it anyway at the end. So I don't think the color blend was a very good one, and that's probably the problem. It looked like a good blend before I got it on the hat, and once I got it on the hat, not so much. But, you know, I just went forward with it, you know what I mean? You have to soldier on sometimes, that's all there is to it. So, coloring the hat here. The problem with me trying to describe exactly what's happening is the fact that the video renders, I have it up so high, I have it 4 times fast, the coloring, and it renders slow. It like gets stuck completely, so I have no idea where it is. All I can do is I see images now and then, you know, and it kind of shows me where it is. So it looks to me like the hair and the skin are done. The hat, doing the flower. I chose yellow. What color did I choose? Yellow 18. No, yellow 38 for the flower, the center of the flower. And BG 75, 72, and 78 for the flower. And then pinks. The pinks were reds, actually. They were R85, R83, and R81. So now it's catching up. I slowed it down a little bit so we could see what I'm doing. I'm going to take the bubblegum ink, and I'm going to put it on the Simon Says stamp, Modern Rose Bloom background stamp, and I'm going to stamp out that pattern on my panel. I cut my panel out of a cat scrappiness die. It's cross stitch die, and I'm going to, and it's a bubblegum panel, and I'm going to put the Modern Rose Bloom on it. Is what I'm going to do. So there's 2 shades of pink, bubblegum. Well, actually 1 shade, bubblegum, and actually the cardstock's not bubblegum. It's pink lemonade. Okay, and the ink is bubblegum. So it's 2 of the shades that were on the thing. So now I'm trying to figure out what I want to do as far as design goes. I was having a hard time because, like I said, she's just a single thing, you know. It's like, what do you put behind her? I tried a little ink blending with a scene in the back, but I didn't like it, so I cut that out. So I'm using this Itsy Bitsy polka dot background stamp from My Favorite Things, and I'm stamping it on my panel. And I'm going to cut that panel out of a stitch circle die from my Favorite Things as well. And that is what I'm going to put behind her instead of the heart, vellum, and stuff like that. I chose my sentiment from a Neat and Tangled stamp set called So Many Sentiments. And I chose You Are All Kinds of Awesome. I think it's what it says. Yes, that's what it says. You Are All Kinds of Awesome. And I'm heat embossing it with some alabaster, Brutus Monroe alabaster embossing powder on my black cardstock. It's the Simon Says Stamp black cardstock. I'm going to cut it out with my tonic trimmer. Cut just a thin strip. I couldn't decide. I should have. I'm looking at it now. You know how you look at your card later and you go, oh, I wish I would have did it this way, or oh, I wish I would have done it that way. Well, that's what I'm doing. I put her too high up, so she kind of looks like she's floating around that circle instead of standing on the sentiment, which is what I should have done. But, you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? I'll try that out next time. So I'm gluing it with my Nouveau glue onto my black cardstock. It's finally showing me exactly what's going on here. It's not rendering so slowly because I only have it sped up 2 times now instead of 4 times. I sped up the coloring because otherwise the video would have been 20 minutes long instead of 10 minutes long. So I'm trying to decide, how do I want to do this? So I figured it out. I'm going to put half, you know, like the circle off the edge. And then I put her on it. I like that Itsy Bitsy polka dot stamp. It just adds such a nice touch to the to any background, you know. I have the paper too, so I don't know if it's called Itsy Bitsy. I think it is. But anyway, I'm popping it up. I'm going to pop her up. I glued the circle down. I'm popping her up with some 3M foam tape. And then I'm going to place her a little too high. But, you know, that's how it goes. I cut that sentiment out. I thought I cut it completely out of the video. Apparently I didn't. I had to restamp the sentiment because the Y didn't stamp out very good, and one of the other letters I squished it down too much. I think it was a little distorted, so I decided to restamp it out and heat emboss it. You know, this, you have a beautiful card. Not to say that my card is beautiful, although I liked it, but you have a nice card and then you have a terrible sentiment on it. It didn't come out right. I think that kind of ruins the whole card. You know, I strive to put all the best things on my card, you know, not do it halfway, you know. I go full tilt. Put all the, I use good cardstock. I use make sure my sentiment reads properly, you know. But see, I did put her a little too high. I should have had her standing on top of the sentiment. But hey, you know, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? So I'm going to put some finishing touches. I did put some bubblegum. This came in a Simon Says Stamp card kit last month, I think. It's a little sample of the Nouveau Crystal Drops in bubblegum blush. So I'm going to put some of those drops on, get just the right place, and then I decide, that's not enough, I need something else. And I remembered I had some ballerina pink sequins from Pretty Pink Posh. So I went ahead and I put some of those on there too. So we have a little sparkly to go along with it. And that wasn't enough. I had to put my Nouveau glitter gloss pen on it, my aqua glitter gloss pen. I put it on her flower and I put it on her little outfit. Here it is. I wasn't sure if I had cut it out or not, but I didn't. So there you go. So I'll go ahead and put that because I always put that. I don't know. I can't finish a card off without any glitter on it. I don't know why. It has to have some sparkle to it. It just does. Looking at it here, the skin looks pretty decent, but the hat looks terrible, I think. I don't like the way the hat came out. But anyway, it is what it is. There's my card. I hope you liked it. Here's some pictures. The products I use will be in the description below. Please like and subscribe on my video. I would love that. And today's going to be the drawing, so I'm going to come back with the drawing and show who wins. I have to do it yet. I haven't drawn it yet. Okay, so that's for the $25 gift certificate for Simon Says Stamp. Alright, so my video is just about to end. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.